Welcome to Shade in the
Shade in the
City.
city.
I'm Shade this time around, but because I'm
I'm
not in the
city.
city. Yeah, and she's the city. But I'm your girl Treese.
It's now.
And today we're getting into our recap of Love and Marriage in the DMV, season 3, episode 8. Something about trying to rebury the hatchet.
Reburying the hatchet.
Reburying the hatchet, y'all. So if you haven't already, please, please, please make sure you hit that like button.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it because I got to make this quick, happy, and go. But yeah, let's jump right into it and let's get shady.
That intro ain't fire, y'all.
Fire, girl. It is.
So it's so fire.
Shout out to Retro CG. Yes. I again need to put his information in the description box, which I will by the time this comes out. Yeah, showing us real love. So anyway, we start off this episode. Nails is on the 1s and 2s today, y'all. I'm gonna just do that disclaimer, right? So the pictures.
I didn't get proper training, okay?
She's trying to say she didn't get proper training in the workplace.
It's day one on the job. It's day one on the job.
That's what she said. Anyway, look, and don't feel bad because I'm actually just learning that you could do StreamYard from your phone. So we all learning here today, okay? We all learning here today. But anyway, so Joy meets up with Winter to discuss, how things went down at Deep Creek or whatever. And when she asked Joy, her feelings on everything, I love how Joy was like, well, I want to know your perception since you sat by so idly and you really didn't say nothing. And I was like,
when she said that, I said, ooh.
And so Winter lets her know that, she thought she was basically being very defensive with Terry, which I was like, okay, she said her truth. I don't think that's how she felt. Mm-hmm. And now, did she give her as much as maybe she gave the rest of the group? No, but she said, I think he was a little defensive. Now, Winter says she doesn't want to get in the middle of her mess with Black. And then Joy tells Winter that she thinks Black is a zebra when really he's a donkey. And I said, well, damn.
She basically said, you see
not a deer, bro.
She said you basically see a zebra, but I know he's a donkey.
I'm gonna put my deer bro picture up there. I swear I'm gonna edit that in. So then Winter brings up how Yusha defended her and that made her feel away. And then Joy lets her know that Yusha actually reached out to her and apologized and said he felt her pain and he was here with her and felt like she wasn't being heard.
Why she do that?
And so, Winter feels like this is another red flag. And girl, what they say, the flares was flaring. Your thoughts on that scene?
I think now knowing the backstory, I can see why Winter felt upset. But like I told you in the beginning, I didn't really understand why she was like so upset. Like, I didn't think it was like that big a deal. But as the episode goes on, I mean, and she's like, you're giving her basically grace that you don't allow me. You know what I mean?
Because I hold you higher than that.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that would have been a conversation I had off camera.
Well,
I definitely would have been. I would not have that conversation with my man on camera and I'm not saying that this is at all how she feels, but it makes you look a certain type of way.
Yeah,
it makes you look a certain type of way. Next up is Ashley. Now she invited the ladies over so that they could do
except Joy. All the ladies except Joy. That's in my notes.
We know that's a given.
Right.
Listen, even if they was to make up, I don't think she's gonna let that woman back in her house.
No. Not in her personal space. Yeah.
The whole thing was she disrespected me in my house. Okay. Now, apparently they'll be doing some fluid pour art. I actually want to do this. I want to do this.
Oh no,
Okay.
I said we're doing this.
You said we're doing this. You see how she look at her putting her foot. We're doing this.
Just like we're going to butter me up, and we've been saying we're gonna do it forever. And I said, and the nerve of them to sit down and butter me up.
I can't. So basically, apparently, it's something she's been doing for the past few years to relieve her stress. And she didn't send out a memo for people to dress like they were painting. She said to dress chill. So I felt like Arena, like, boo, you said dress chill. I got on jeans. I got on.
That would be
I want to
nice.
get paint all over it. Boo,
No, because I would show up in sweatpants and you know me.
I can show up in sweatpants. I don't mean I
Tights.
want paint on it. You better tell me to dress like a bum.
Well, that too.
So
Or something you don't mind getting messed up.
exactly, a bum. So
You
then the
see
ladies, they went outside. She invited them to her book signing. She said that, her family will all be there except for her mother because she's been trying to reach out to her mama. She ain't get a text, she ain't get a call, she ain't get a nothing. Okay, ever since
I did think this was sad. I did think this part was sad.
And Sherelle gave her flowers, for speaking out publicly about what she's going through privately. Basically showing everybody that she is human and she goes through things. Now, Ashley was like, girl, don't be having me too far in my feelings. I'm a gangster at heart. Okay. She said, they basically told her, yeah, all right, you a sensitive thug. All right. You a sensitive thug. Winter felt the need to shake things up and ask if the Cliftons were invited. Arena made sure to take a mental note of the shade and said she will for damn sure be running back to Joy to let her know. Now, Ashley said after Deep Creek, she expected Joy to hit her up, but, it's been crickets. So, she reached out to Joy. Joy basically said, she didn't want to rush her process, but she was down to meet whenever she was ready. So Arena let her know, boo.
She said she's ready. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready. And I don't know, maybe it wasn't registering with Ashley. But really now she don't even know if she want to do it anymore because she's like, I really don't mess with her husband no more anyway. So where do we go from here? Nowhere.
Right. Like I said, I think that this is really unfortunate with the situation with Ashley and her mom. It's sad that when Ashley spoke her truth, it sounds like her mom wouldn't even hear her out because she said the mom didn't read the book. The mom just cut off all communication, I guess, when she learned that, or since, like she said, since they last filmed. So I don't even know if, obviously she had a conversation with her about the book, but I don't know. I just think it's sad. I don't like that. Like, everybody has a story, and whether it's not ours or whether we may differ from what their encounter is, I think everybody deserves the right to be heard. So I just think that's sad for Ashley. Then we get into, I believe it was Joy. No, I'm sorry, Jamie. No.
Yeah, Jamie.
Okay. So Jamie sits down with his therapist, Dr. McAllister, and whom he hasn't seen since he apparently has retired. He updates her on little Jamie's progress and lets him know that he's, more on he's moving towards the positive side of things. And then he invites some of his other retired officers as well, and they share their testimony about how, stress on the job, they take that back home. I think one thing that really resonated with me in this scene was when I think it was the assistant police chief or the one young lady in the room that was
Chanel,
the retired
Chanel Dickerson.
Chanel, yes. And she talked about how she didn't even have kids. And I said, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, everybody doesn't desire to be a mother. Everybody, you know what I mean? But I thought that was, it sounded like maybe that's something that she wanted and she didn't do or pursue because of the field that she was in, where she was trying to go. And not only that, maybe possibly the harm that could bring to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so Jamie talks about, I did notice this. Jamie talked about how Arena often, whenever there's an issue with little Jamie, and I think I don't know, because I think I talked to my son, but I do think there's a type of, I do expect my son's father to absolutely talk to him as a man, as a boy to man. not necessarily disciplinary, but you may understand something that I don't. There's a sense of, you know what I'm saying? It's a man to man thing, I feel like. So even though I'm his mother and I'm gonna want to love him through it and try to get him through it, I may not. I don't know. I could kind of get where Raina was coming from, and
Mhm.
so for him to feel like, well, that divides our relationship even more. But I think it's more about the perspective he was coming from, because
Okay.
she just wants him
How
to come as a father.
it's how you come at him, how you're communicating.
Right.
Hmm.
But yeah, so he talks about the nightmares that he often has, about, being in a situation and his pow pow not going off, and that being triggered. And a lot of the other officers said that they shared that same trauma. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then, the Chanel talks about how she has anxiety just driving past the police department. I said, Jesus, you're retired, been retired. That's pretty bad.
Hmm.
And so Jamie just basically says that he's learned that a lot of his reaction to things has been confrontation, and that's what he's learned, obviously being on the force. And then they talk about Dr. Give me McAllister
Hmm.
talks about how, alcoholism and, basically unaliving in the police community, especially whether you're retired or, whatever, it's a common thing. And so they need to talk to someone, and just like, and also they need to look at their children and know, even though they're saying they're okay, that's the same way that they sit up and say they're okay. And I thought that was
Because it's
important.
learned behavior.
Right, because it's learned behavior. So I thought that was an important scene. I actually thought this was a good episode. Like, if I had to rate it just based off of, we're talking about therapy and so many, the like, whether it be art therapy, whether it be, I can honestly say I thought it would, I would have given it an 8.
Hmm.
Even the way we see Joy and Ashley, I ain't trying to jump ahead, but even the way we see Joy and Ashley's conversation going and how they're handling it, I had to give it an 8.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. So next we have Joy. She got on the phone with her event planner to change the venue.
She's such a
Um,
Pisces. She
I,
don't give a damn.
I
She
actually meant to
don't
say.
give a
I
damn.
actually meant to
She
say that.
don't
Chris,
give a, like,
Chris,
when I saw her in it, and every time we see her and Ashley talks about how she shows up and jumps, I said, "Oh, it's just because you just don't give a damn. You want to be comfortable. You don't give a damn."
But what's
And I
crazy is
just
I felt
made
like
the
she was
connection.
always. I don't know if it's because she's married now. I don't even think it's like she just because when we saw her on
Ready to love.
Ready to
She
Love,
came. She popped out cute. Yeah.
always, always. I ain't never seen her look like this. I guess she's figured I got my man now.
And it's cold as hell outside. But see, this would be Latrice. That's why I said, okay, she's such a Pisces. I love that girl.
You
I
gotta be
do.
outside.
I wouldn't be outside.
It's
I
like
wouldn't
she's
be
all
outside.
bundled up. She could be in the house. So Joy got on the phone with her event planner to change the
Kurt.
venue for her
Kurt.
Trinidadian birthday party. Huh?
His name is Kurt, I think.
You might be right. I ain't give a damn.
Nelson.
Now, originally it was supposed to be outside, but with this DMV weather, that ain't happening. Okay, we can see what the hell she got on. It's
And
giving
girl,
very much
you
winter.
know your birthday's in March, as Nels tells me every year. Why do you do this? You know
That's
your
why
birthday's
I
in
said
March.
that was giving Pisces. You want a
Mhm.
Trinidadian themed birthday party in March
But
outside.
in Joy's defense, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. I'm gonna be that other fish. Her birthday is a little further in the month than mine, so
Chris,
I'm gonna,
it's the 28th. I know you ain't here right now, but it's
yeah.
not giving Trinidadian weather.
Nah, I looked
It's
at that
not
one.
giving Carnival.
I said, I'm so happy in good old Florida.
It is not giving Carnival. Okay. Um, so she let him know she wants somewhere with good parking. Yes, you gonna need it. Boo. You gonna need it. Now Clifton came outside. He got the update and wants to know, who she's invited and basically if Ashley made the guest list. She said that she got a text from Ashley to have another conversation, but it was weird. The fact that Ashley expected her to reach out first after she done sat in the car for 30 minutes and they got nowhere. Okay. Um,
You ain't getting nada from me.
not even look.
Not even a dollar.
So Joy really
No
doesn't
diddy.
know, huh?
No diddy.
You said I can't stand you. Um, so Joy doesn't really know where how this conversation is going to go, where it's even going to start, but she feels like they're going to need to take some baby steps because it got started off with Joy and Ashley, and now it's Ashley and Clifton. Okay, and Clifton is feeling some type of way because this was an Ashley and Joy issue, and now it's affecting the men. Joy says that she wants to be in a space where the group can, stop being so separated, and she wants them to feel welcome. And he just basically told her, "Good luck. Hope it work out for you, Bookie."
Basically, that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
So then we see Quick. He's going to check in on Ashley. She's having a hard time getting through her audio book, especially the parts with her mom. And I think the particular part that she let us hear, or the audio clip, I think maybe her mom was going through something, because I know she was in remission. I believe she battled cancer, and maybe Ashley didn't have the same blood type or something. She wasn't able to help her, and that just made her feel like her mother didn't love her even more. You know what I mean? Just more rejected.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, as we discussed earlier, her mom really isn't open to talking to her or acknowledging how Ashley feels or what her story is, her truth is. And she, plans to send her the audio, and, says that she's been reaching out but hasn't got any response. And that was pretty much that.
So, Yusha is admiring his girl, looking in the mirror, all the weight she done lost. She said, "Yeah, it was a lot of work and a lot of stress. Thanks to you. Okay, you helped."
Because you out here being a Muslim.
She let him know that she got a chance to sit down and talk to Joy. And she gives him the rundown of the conversation and mentions that Joy let her know that he apologized. She got an apology from Yusha. He was like, it was more like an acknowledgement. Winter said, "Yeah, that's real cringy." Okay, to her. She finds that real cringy. She said her thing is you can respect the fact that Joy needed safety in that moment. Um, and basically not hold her accountable, even though she didn't give a great response. She didn't take accountability. And you would never, ever, ever do that for me, homeboy. Okay. So she said, "Yeah, I'm feeling some type of way. Okay, you provided safety for Joy and not for me." He said that he empathized with her on a different level. And with Winter, he's always going to call her higher because that's what she is. Nice, nice, sir, nice. She says she's human too. Okay.
Right.
And if you can see it for Joy, okay, and allow space for her to do that, sir, you can allow space for me. Okay. Because basically she lets him know that he makes her feel alone, makes her feel by herself. Okay. And she said, "If you're gonna make me feel by myself, then I'm gonna be by myself." He said, "I hear you. I understand what you're saying."
I receive it.
He said he received it. And you know what? I can appreciate the fact he said, "What I hear you saying is, okay, that you've been
I was
alone
like,
all this."
but that's how he's a good manipulator, because he repeated everything. He said, "I heard what you said," and he
Listen,
stick.
let me tell you something. Listen, if I didn't know all the stuff now that I know about Yusha, I'm not gonna lie, I would be like, "Oh my God, he's listening. He's a good listener." Because he's like, "Yeah, you were
Y'all,
saying
and
that
can I tell
you were
you,
alone and now what?"
when we get Winter up, if we, God willing, get Winter up here for an interview, I cannot wait, because again, we've had the pleasure of meeting Yusha, and be like, he was such a nice guy, girl. What happened? I mean, we know what happened, but like, because even you remember, I was like, oh, he's so sweet. Winter found, like, we really thought he was just the nicest guy ever. So Ashley and Joy meet up at Butter Me Up. As I said, I felt away. Oh, you can throw that up there. You can can I can I'm trying. Yeah. Okay. So Ashley and Joy meet at Butter Me Up. Ashley admits that she feels a little bit awkward coming in. Joy thinks that, they should be there having this conversation that they're having. It's about damn time, right? And Ashley, brings up Joy basically saying that they were enemies at her house. And then later on, when they were at the basketball game, saying she doesn't trust her. Now, here's my thing based on, okay, let's just talk about it because I've seen other people say it. Ashley goes in and apologizes again for, she said she was pissed off. I'm going to say this. I think that people that do not like Ashley or don't see it for her are more mad because, this is just my thoughts, and I like Ashley. I think that there seems to be a lack of accountability for how it started in the betrayal and wanting to just kind of throw that out the window and move past it. Because I do believe that's why Joy said she couldn't trust her. I do appreciate Ashley for apologizing again and reiterating. However, being pissed off or whatever the case may be, if they were as close as what I seen as they were on Instagram and how Arena describes them and how they looked, if I were Joy, I would feel away. Would I be able to move forward? And Nels can tell you, I didn't look past and forgave some. I'm not everybody. So I can understand if Joy said, that's not what I'm doing. And setting boundaries for herself. I absolutely understand that. But I will say that I can see where other people, when they come in Ashley and they're like, but we're not getting to the root because you did something that people will maybe deem as childish, right? Or get back or whatever. So it is what it is.
I don't think the issue is necessarily that she told the friend. I think it's that she said that she told the friend while on camera. Because now you're not just telling the friend, you're telling the world.
You're messing up my storyline. That's what it was really about. So anyway, so Joy does receive the apology and apologizes. Here goes them. If I did anything that made you feel, because again, you want her to take accountability for what she did to you. So now you gotta live in what did you say to her? What did you?
But to me, that's kind of the thing where it's like, I may not feel like I did anything, but I want to cover all bases.
All bases, okay.
Because you may
but I know that can also piss you off if somebody be like, I don't understand it, but I'm gonna apologize. That would also piss you off, right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22.
And I understand that, but I feel like it would be the same way where I feel like that's the type of apology Ashley deserves, because even though Clifton doesn't feel like he did anything to offend her or got in her face, I feel like that would be the apology. Like, well, if I did anything to offend you, or not even if I did.
If I made you feel uncomfortable, no, I
apologize. I apologize for making you feel uncomfortable. I apologize for whatever it is that made you feel uncomfortable or whatever. But that's me covering all bases, because in my mind, I don't feel like I did all this, but you were clearly still offended. So I'm apologizing for you feeling offended by what I apparently did. So whether I understand it or not, yes, of course, I want you to understand it, but whether I understand or not, I'm apologize so we can move forward.
I hear that. So basically, Ashley lets her know, I don't like Clifton. And this is never going to work out. I think he's sassy. Y'all call me a mean girl. I don't really receive myself as that. But you know what? I know what a mean girl when I see one, and it's Clifton.
See, that would have been a problem for me. You can call my man sassy and all this other mess, but not to my face. I better hear it through the grapevine. What we're not about to do is you sitting across from me. We trying to be cordial, have a cordial conversation, move forward, and you talking about how my husband is sassy and my husband is a mean girl. First, he's clearly not a girl, so you're being super disrespectful.
Oh yeah. But it's also in the same right when and I noticed this, and I know nobody else probably picked up on it, but it's also the same thing when Clifton says, well, we know who wears the pants in that house, referring to to Ashley and Quick.
I mean, I don't think that's calling her a man.
Well, so anyway, yeah, basically.
To me, that just means we know who's in charge. I don't think that means that you're a man. You're blatantly calling me a woman. You're blatantly calling me.
Right. Right. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all weigh in. Y'all have been doing a great job. Thank you, Shade Squad. Y'all have really, and I apologize if I have not gotten back to your comments as I normally do. Usually I be replying right away and going at y'all at 1, 2 in the morning, and we be going back and forth. But again, the girl is in a place of solace. I'm really ready to move back to. If we did not have this governor of Max, I'll be back in Florida for real. Oh no, but the traffic is different too. Traffic is really bad in Orlando. It is really bad. It is a totally different game. It is not.
Well, maybe it's changed. I don't feel like I had that issue.
It's bad. It's bad. They said because everybody's migrating down. It's one of the most it's nuts. But anyway, so y'all, if you haven't already, please, please, please make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you later. Again, drop down in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. And again, don't forget, we got a membership. Please join us. We got some great things coming. Got merch coming. We'd love to send our members our coffee mugs or whatever y'all t-shirts with our new Shadeinthecity logo. And yeah, y'all, we got some exclusive things coming. So go ahead and subscribe. It's what is it? Silver, rose gold, platinum. Go ahead, upgrade your life. Upgrade your life. And upgrade ours and the channel. You know what I'm saying? Or you could also donate to that the thing that's rolling across the screen the whole time. The Cashapp. The Cashapp. Because we love y'all. But anyway, y'all, we love you. We appreciate you. And have a good night. Bye-bye.